Hello, today we will discuss how to prepare for planning to successful negotiation. In this lecture, we'll explain the importance of negotiation planning and how to prepare the negotiation plans. Preparation of negotiation is one of the basic requirements for creating a good atmosphere for successful negotiation. Let us say a lack of good preparations has a negative result, such as the negotiator is unable to lead the negotiation session and guide it in the path he wishes. The other negotiators will be more powerful, more confident, more strong, and his negotiation position will be more strong. How can you prepare for negotiation? There are 16 steps to achieve characteristics 1 objectively. It can achieve through the consideration. First, describe and classify your goals or objective according to its priority, according to the importance of it in negotiation process. Second, review it periodically. You must review the goals before every session and maybe after every steps in negotiation process. Third, consider the goals of other party. That means don't neglect the other party goal, as according to these goals of the other party you set your terms, your concessions, and also design your strategies and tactics. The second characteristic, accuracy. When the goal is clear and accurate, it will prevent confusion and enable me as a negotiator to achieve the goals easily. Realism. When you set ambitious goals, may you can't achieve it, then the negotiators or the team will be frustrated and also your negotiation positions will be weak. Flexibility. If flexible goals allows or enables the negotiators to act or behave during the negotiation process or during the session. Also, enable him to use available alternatives to achieve these goals. Convictions. To achieve that, a negotiator of goals, he must be participate in determining the goals. Thus, we ensure that he is convinced of the goals and therefore he seeks to achieve it. Measurability. Measurable goals enable those who are interested in results of the negotiation process to evaluate the progress into the negotiation. The progress related to how they achieve the goals and then make a decision, such as correcting the path of negotiation process or using the same strategies or continue in negotiation or maybe end the negotiation. Confidentiality. The more negotiation goals aren't live, the more negotiator can achieve the following. Then the confidentiality achieve more and more gain, such as take advantage of possibility of acceptance of more goals. Not to weak the negotiation positions when you made concessions on some goals. Enable you to offer fake goals and then concessions them. confusing the other party as he didn't know your goals, providing more flexibility in maneuver. The other characteristic, reviewability. The negotiator always needs to review his goals to keep pace with the emergence of new variables, new information related to the negotiation process. Let us discuss the second steps, identifying the opportunities and constraints. We mean by negotiation constraints the limits of negotiation, which I determine it as a negotiator, and also determine or define what are the possible or impossible alternatives, which we call PANTA. These constraints includes financial constraints, such as determining the total value of credit, which I can't be exceeded, or also determining the payment terms or conditions. The second constraints, legal constraints, such as regional or international agreement, rules of import or export and customs, laws of environmental protection, and other construction. Technical limitation or construction is related to terms related to technical or specification of operation. Also, there are human resource restrictions such as the kills of employees, especially in operation and maintenance. Time constrictions such as setting time limits or a specific date for ending the negotiation process or starting date of supply. The last consideration, strategic. Strategic constraint, it's an indirect constriction, such as when the organization wanted to deal with a specific supplier, regardless all of the factors, all the criteria related to the good supply. The third step, identifying the issue and topics. In these steps, we determine four main aspects. 1. Scope of the issue. You should realize and determine the dimension of negotiation issues and its effects and result. The second aspect is the extent of separation or linkage of issue. The point in this point, if we negotiate several issues such as price, quality, quantity, terms of delivery, and so on, maybe one negotiator says that the need of separating each issue from other, while the other negotiator or other party sees that the importance of lineage all issues. Both of them depending on the skill of each negotiator and strategy or tactics that he uses. The third one, the extent of flexibility in issue and sequence of steps to identify the issues. Step 4. Study and process data. Data represents one of the most important pillars of negotiation position. This data includes information about the negotiators and other party, information about negotiation position of other party, information about environment surrounding and other data. Step 5. Evaluate the negotiation positions. Evaluate the negotiation position allows to know the extent of success or fail in negotiation. This evaluation can be done through many methods, such as good identification, the goals or target, good identification, the issues and topics, analysis that both opportunities or constraints, availability of data and document and information or evidence related to the topics of negotiation. All of these methods contribute to have effective assessment or evaluating of negotiation positions of each party of negotiation. Step 6. Identifying the strategies and tactics. There are several considerations when you choose a strategy or tactics. There are many factors or criteria, which includes objective to be achieved, restriction, negotiation positions, strengths and weakness of each party. We will discuss these factors with more details in the fourth chapter in the book. Step 7. Selection between or choosing between negotiators or negotiation teams. Choose between them depending on several criteria. Also, we will explain it in details in the next lecture. Step 8. Determining the agenda. There are 4 alternatives to set the negotiation agenda. 1. Starting with core issues. This approach enables me as a negotiator to solve the secondary issues easily or get more concessions. The second approach is starting with secondary issues. Here, I can create a good atmosphere to trust and cooperation with other party, thus encourage to provide more confusion to solve the core issues. Third, setting general rules and conditions. Here, we set the rules in general or general conditions agreed to be implemented. For example, if we negotiate in supply field, we discuss the price, the quality, the quantity or quality or specification as a general basis, and then we talk about details such as who bears the cost of transportation, who bears the cost of inspection, the cost of shipping, and so on. Fourth approach, combining similar issues. We mean classifying negotiation issues into groups or into files. For example, marketing file, technical file, financial file, legal file, and so on. And then I form committee to examine each group or each file and hold a session to coordinate between them. Step 9. Determining time. Determining the time for negotiation process play an important role in the degree of effective of negotiation process. Determining this timing depending on several factors. The most important are negotiation issue, objective of negotiation, negotiation position of other party. Step 10. Determining the place. Importance of determining the place of negotiation appears in international negotiations fields as the issue of holding negotiation session arises in tumults of other party in various from negotiation position to another. When determining the place, you must be taken into many considerations, such as arrangements, equipment, material, and psychological comfort. Step 11. Determining the language. Importance of determining language in negotiation appears also in international negotiation, and there is an approach to deal with this issue that negotiation will be done using an original language of each party with using a translator. It's important to negotiate using a language master in by all parties to the negotiation. English language is considered master language, which used in more and more than language in international negotiations, and then French is followed. Identifying communication arrangement. Step 12. The most important of these arrangements are contacting with must be through a person at the same job level as the representative of the message from the other party of negotiation. Commitment the complete decently in speaking. Feel committed deadline. Create a good mental image for the negotiators that compel the other party to respect. Preparing for opening session. There are more alternatives. Start with general topics as we explained outside the negotiation issue, or start by referring the important news or events happened by the media, or starting with an issue or recalling nice memories and linking them even remotely with the issues of negotiation. Identifying the scenario and dialogue. This scenario includes alternatives, perceptions of opening the session, who started talk, who began, what is began, how he introduced his colleges, expectation of minimum and maximum limits of the other party in negotiation issue, also expectation of the methods and presentation of issues in negotiation. Detailed scenario is of the sequence of events in negotiation. Practical training of negotiation before meeting. There are several methods that can be relied on the practical training of negotiation. For example, representing roles, brainstorming, and conferences. Thank you.